welcome back to Skyward Sword. Today we've got a long video of mostly just learning the mechanics of the game, because there's quite a few. First one, very interestingly, we're able to move around in first person. Twilight Princess did a little bit of this. It was mostly like with the projectile weapons. But for this one, you can go into first person quite consistently and break pots.
Yeah, we're gonna learn how to look. There's also a nice ruby in here.
Yeah, this game actually takes you looking through stuff in a different direction than usual. That's the only, like, there's only a couple cupboards that you can look into and the game won't get mad at you for it, which is funny. The game also has the stamina meter. We'll go into that in a little bit. We'll be looking at it a little closer. But first, this is Pippet. He's the senior classman here at Link's school. Link, as well as the Zelda in this game, are in the Knight Academy here in their hometown. They're basically the protectors of their home. We'll see a little bit more of that overall. But he's got freckles, which is nice. Like that sour glance from this guy.
He's like, oh god, Dumple's gonna tell you. Hey, Dumple, hey!
So you're staring at me.
For the last time, it's not a unibrow.
This is Instructor Owlin. He's one of the, the only two teachers these guys have.
All two of them. That's great.
He told us something interesting. Since this game doesn't use the infrared bar with the Wii, it's controlled by Wii Motion Plus. We can use the down button on the D-pad to recenter our camera and everything. Also, I found a rupee in this bookshelf, but not immediately.
He's just had to kick it the right way.
After the blue rupee, that's not quite so amazing.
Right? I mean, if anything, it looks shiny. Well, it's not shinier, but it's there, so there's that.
This is basically what the stamina meter does. When you hold down A, it allows us to run faster. It's kind of like in the older games, every player would just press A to roll because it would make you go faster. Nintendo was like, let's cut the middleman. Let's just make him run faster.
Yeah, it's true. I think by like a few 70 something seconds, it was a little bit faster.
In this, it's a bit more noticeable. Throwing stuff is a little different, because there is an additional mechanic. You can roll, and it scares this kid. His name is Fledge. He's kind of like the Colin in this game.
Only more pathetic.
Somehow. And now for an establishing shot. A pretty one.
Yeah, it's nice. I love this hub world. It's really so... It's like a hub world, you know?
Yeah.
It's as in it's good.
It feels like a home.
And I actually like coming back here. Rather than, fuck, I'm here.
It's a floating island in the sky. What's not to love? Oh yeah, all the tutorials.
Yes.
I'll give this one a little bit of slack, because this is the first game to utilize the stamina meter. And, well... it isn't the first one to use Z targeting. Fuck that.
Yeah. This started Z targeting, obviously.
This guy is Instructor Horwell. He's the other teacher these guys have. He suffers from Brock syndrome.
As in, he became, like, a guy that would just explain every move later on.
Well, actually... that's a better point. I was thinking because he never opens his eyes.
Oh, okay.
We don't really talk to Horwell anymore.
We got a new guy.
Yeah, he does explain a good bit. It's mostly with the stamina meter, because it's not limited to just running faster. We also use it to climb around. And very nicely, instead of old games where you just press your face up against a block and then Link would jump up and climb up onto it, when you hold down A, he basically does a running jump up the wall. And you can get around fairly easily.
Yeah, if you know how to work, you could actually end up running forever.
We'll see exactly how in a little bit.
Hmm.
The developers thought about just about everything. Except that maybe this is a little too much dialogue.
And they gave you an instructional video in the beginning. To put your Wii Motion Plus, buy a Wii Motion Plus.
That's true, actually. I think someone in the thread requested I record that, so I'll post that in the thread eventually.
Basically, if you have no arms or limbs or any way to play the game, that's what it's for.
And that right there is another thing the game adds, which is such a breath of fresh air. When you're climbing around, you can usually flick the Wii remote, and Link will, I guess Dumple in this case, will jump around, and traveling becomes so much quicker as a result. Until Horwell stops you to tell you something.
Right.
Anyway, the reason we came up here is because he needed to look for this little thing. Is that cute?
You know, that's what I thought too. It's like they were going for cute, but then they said, hey, let's not.
Big ears and an almost human face.
Yeah, your mileage may vary, I guess.
Your cuteness may be troublesome to someone else.
I like how the dialogue box kind of stopped, like, oh, my little kitty thingy. God, it's like he thought, like, do I really want this? It's kind of, yeah, I do.
They're called remlets, but they're basically cats. They're like raccoon cats.
Mixed with a tanuki.
Yeah. The bird statues are used to save our game. I'm not going to talk to this guy because that's basically what he was going to tell me, but I'm going to fuck with him a little bit. You'll notice when I did this, he stopped hammering on the gate, which I thought was funny.
But he's still looking around aimlessly. Like, where'd he go?
That is a stamina fruit. By using that, for the most part, as Yoshi said, we can run forever, because it instantly refills your stamina meter. But hey, now for big cutscene.
Hey! Hey!
What a man you are, Gipora. And what a terrible friend you are, Zelda.
And now, like an anime character, Link is late for school.
So, how many people have done that? Show of hands.
Me!
Everyone.
And it's always by accident because I want to get the fruit, not jump off the
Exactly.
fucking...
It's like you would save more time if you just exhausted yourself. That's what happens every time you fall off of a Skyloft. One of the Skyloft Knights will come and save you. That's basically all they do.
But I hate how they're all like, man, you should know that, am I right? And it's like, fuck you!
The prompt didn't come up. It's not my fault. Also, my bird's gone.
Dick! It said I already fell off once, so I think twice is okay for me.
Fuck you, Horwell. Fuck you.
Man, if only you had a bird, am I right? You just want to push him off the fucking... I'm gonna push you off a bridge, and it's not gonna count as murder. This is normal.
My bird disappeared, and I fell off of the world, and he drops a pun. This is not a time for puns.
Man, I bet you'd hit the floor. That wasn't a pun. I know what I said.
Well, gee, I hope your bird surfaces.
And this character has no significance, but it is showing that there are female knights too.
Well, Zelda is a female knight.
Yeah, but she doesn't wear the uniform.
Yeah, I don't think she's a senior yet anyway. But, yeah, also a difference from Twilight Princess. The characters look normal.
So no flat foreheads or heads you can put teacups on.
There is one head you could probably, like, stick a pineapple on.
I think I know who you're talking about.
And here he is. This is what he does with his life. Just rolling his head into the tree. This is supposed to be our introduction to the rolling mechanic, which you basically just hold down the run and then you... Wow. What was I saying?
The rolling introduction.
Oh, hold down A button to run and then swing the nunchuck.
What better way to give a tutorial than by throwing a kid at a tree? I mean, come on.
He was doing it himself. I could say it was an accident.
I just wonder, what do these guys consider fun? Jumping off of things, hitting trees? Geez, Zelda, if I didn't know any better, you've been taking detective class. Want to switch?
Don't know what that has to do with catching people from falling off a Skyloft.
They actually do that in midair with a magnifying glass. Well, you see.
If only my bird could stay still.
Or better yet, they have like a garage or like a yard sale, but there's no yard. They just throw all the items off the bridge and they jump. Sir, what would you like? I don't know.
Anyway, by talking to the people, they basically tell us where to go. And fuck you, lady. I will not. How can I get lost?
Don't get lost in the place you've been living in all your life.
I mean, I know I just got distracted by a heart plant, but
Those are common too, bitch.
yeah, the first game to have hearts be like a literal thing.
And it's not creepy. It totally, oh, you know, what's that? You're dying? Just shove that right in your chest. Good for you. We have plants. We have heart plants. Another thing I love about the stamina gauge, you actually, when you lose all your stamina, you're actually tired.
Yeah. And you get slowed down a hell of a lot, but you can still keep moving, kind of.
Yeah.
And if you pick up a stamina fruit, like, right as you're dying, you'll be fine.
Or if you get hit by an enemy, it just resets.
Or if you end up walking into a cutscene. That's always funny.
Yeah, that also works.
But anyway, what those two people we talked to in the square were saying, they're basically telling us to go over here. Pippet has basically been interrogating Fledge, who was told not to tell where Groose hid our bird. Like that was gonna stop us. Near a waterfall would mean the one waterfall in all of Skyloft.
Yeah.
Come on, Pippet.
Near a waterfall? That means, quick, we gotta search for a waterfall. Jumps off the bridge.
I'm seeing 3 of them. Which one is it?
I don't know, I'm gonna die for it.
The little Wii remote off to the side will tell you which button has, or like what map or I guess item screen has added something new. I always ignore it. So be prepared for some plentiful bleeping.
Just Link, were you about to kick the door open there for a second?
Also, yes, I still have trouble walking up to chests. But, we're pretty much just stealing this sword. This is the, knight sparring area. But you can just wander into the back and take the sword.
I love that. It's just right there. He's totally cool with just people walking into his sword storage. You gonna stop me? No? Okay.
I guess, Skyloft Knights have 3 instructors.
Let's see, there's this guy, there's, Horwell, who's the other guy?
Owlin.
Yeah, him.
Now see, when you're talking to a student, you probably shouldn't swing your sword around like that. Anyway, let's suck at the sword controls. What do you say?
Game? Sure.
I got the 1.
Alright, that's good.
1 out of 3, 1 out of 4.
You cut down
1 out of 5.
The middle! There you go!
As of recording this, I haven't started the first dungeon because I'm having so much trouble getting used to this again.
I like how you walked past it and then you cut it. If
we tried walking out before we did all this, he would just stop us and say, "Hey, do all of this."
Hey, come back here and train, mister. You know, the way Link is sword fighting, his name actually fits. You're not fighting like a Link, you're fighting like a Dumbo.
Exactly. Also that spin attack, how you do that is pretty cool. You just swing the nunchuck and the Wii remote together. There's also a vertical spin attack you can do. Very good for clearing out like trees in your way. Also, you add the fatal blow right from the start.
Yeah, I like how this Link just learns it from a guy, but the other Link had to fucking get bit by a mystical wolf and talk to his dead skeleton. And here's just like, cut.
What, I already fucking taught you this.
Wait, don't make me walk all the way. Oh, you came to me, thank you.
If we tried to leave, he'd just give us this spiel.
And then give you the tutorial.
And then give you the tutorial. Actually, I don't know if you could just walk out, but it's like, it's something to show off, so I'll show it.
Yeah, he'll probably say something about it.
What did I say about training? And I am just gonna fling the sword around anyway.
We don't know what trains are! Not that train!
No, I don't think so. Fuck it, Dumple. When a spiked stone statue just kind of pops out of the ground and says, "Come over here and say hello," you don't follow suit.
So, you wanna say hi? Give you some hints?
This is the Sheikah statue. It's a good example of one of the things wrong with Skyward Sword. Skyward Sword came about at a time in Nintendo's life where casual gaming was pretty much at its peak, and Nintendo are at the forefront of it. But that led them to decide casual gamers, I guess they thought casual gamers would want to play a more hardcore game like Zelda. So this game is overloaded with just hand-holding. Like, to an extent where, like I said, the dialogue was excessive. That's not even an exaggeration. There's too much of it. And the Sheikah statue, what do? You go up to it, it'll give you hints for where you need to go. But it's like, with that coupled with all the hand-holding the game already does, it's a wonder the game is as tough as it is. So it's like, you wonder why they did it. This game is so hard, casual gamers wouldn't be able to get into it so easily. Nintendo didn't think it through.
But it's cool though, because you could throw pumpkins at kids.
Yes, which is nice. Yeah, you stab a pumpkin, you can carry it around. I'm gonna carry this one around like a balloon.
I love that. You can also use your sword for silly things, like this!
So after my rant over this game's hand-holding, let's throw a pumpkin at an old man.
Perfect. And he's totally okay with that.
I do like how the game, there are a lot of items which you can use on the villagers, and they'll all have a reaction to it.
He didn't say, "Hey, you threw a fucking pumpkin at me." That kinda hurt. It's just, you know the statue right here?
It's missing an eye. Like me.
Not for nothing, but have you ever been hit with a pumpkin? It's not soft. It's not something you just, whatever, okay, with a pumpkin. It's, ow! My head hurts.
Well, it was a balloon pumpkin.
It's a pumpkin.
First little taste of combat here. Those were keys, which are in every Zelda game ever.
They certainly were. They're not there anymore.
This little cave is the first time you'll notice. This game is a lot tougher than you'll expect because, one, the keys actually take 2 hits, as opposed to usual, you just sneeze at them and they die. And also, it'll be the first moment where you realize where you swing the Wii Remote really matters. Unlike Twilight Princess, where if you just waggled the remote, Link would swing where it needs to be swung. This game actually follows your movements, and you have to be deadly accurate much later in the game. Like, as soon as you get through the first dungeon, the game stops being forgiving.
Yeah, I hear that as a complaint, but I think it's cool actually, because then that means, you know, you actually have to pay attention to where you swing, and it's like you're playing with an actual sword. Rather than, you know, where the game's like, slash, I win.
Then again, me playing Twilight Princess for almost, like, for over half a year, it has taken me a while to get used to these controls again.
You know what, I think I'm gonna play this game alongside with you. But,
Like, just for the hell of it?
yeah, because, no spoilers, but, there's at the end of the game, there's something, and, yeah, you can replay it.
Oh, yeah. We'll get there when we get there.
But anyway, let's talk about how cool it is climbing up cliffs.
How about this? We can actually jump.
That's also an innovation.
It's not an active mechanic, but when you Z-target, if you press forward on a control stick and press A, you will jump. But it's mostly just a it's mostly just an evasive maneuver. So, like, that also means when you do a jump attack using that, it doesn't have double damage like in every other Zelda game. It only has regular damage.
And it only took 25 years worth of games to do that.
Any luck? Thought it'd fly around and help you by coming up to you and following you.
Let's look at Zelda's. Let's see more of Zelda's amazing Sherlock skills.
Brilliant example right there. A wind chime sounds like her name to her.
She does overly complicated things, and all you have to do is
Just walk around.
just walk.
And just watch her beat her chest.
I was kind of hoping she'd fall. Just like, and then wimpily get back up.
Mine's the only red one, of course it is, Zelda.
Let me deduce, I think it's yours. Really, Zelda? Oh, I love this. You can get out now.
Time for the flying mechanics. By the way, if you're watching the edited version, you get to vote on what we're going to call out Link's Loftwing. But anyway, back to the flying mechanics. If you played, like if you remember the little bird minigame in the Linearu province in Twilight Princess, this controls a fair bit like that. You move the Wii Remote side to side to guide the bird. By flicking the remote up and down very quickly, you gain altitude. By dipping it down, you gain speed. And when you press B, the bird will brake for a little bit. That's the speed, for an example. And when you press A, as soon as Zelda will let me, when she's done talking, you do a quick dash, which I'm pretty sure is used to like take out enemies around the Skyloft world. And also mostly just for a quick boost of speed. Also, you notice invisible wall.
I love how you said that as if she was really talking to you. As soon as Zelda keeps talking, God, I can hear your dialogue.
It took me forever, first time playing this, to realize that by flicking the remote, like not just pointing it up and down, but really flicking it was how you gained altitude. The entire time, all I did was press A to dash. I'm amazed I got as far as I did.
I'll admit, too, I actually did the same thing. It was a bit embarrassing, because I was close to the clouds, and I'm like, am I gonna die? Because, like, they've never been to the ground. I'm like, you know what? He can't go up. And then I accidentally flicked it, and I'm like, wow. I am stupid.
That was the save screen. That shows up after, like, each chapter or so of the game. You're not going to see those, necessarily. Those are mostly just used as a place for me to cut each video. Because you'll notice this one's about 40 minutes long. That size of a video allows me to make it good enough quality to where it'll look pretty, but like Blip won't reject it for being too big. But it's also a hefty amount of the game, so we make some good progress. Like 40 minutes or so is around like a halfway through each chapter, so it's a good size.
So, what are the names that they can vote for the Loftwing?
Let's see. Are we going to use the rejected Link names?
I don't know. Some of those were pretty good, actually.
All right. So, as a little refresher, remember Pizza Joe is being used for something else.
Yeah, Pizza. I can't wait. I'm dying to know.
Okay, so the 5 that I think we can use for you guys to vote on to name our Crimson Loftwing are Splink, Cough, Hambogular, Forky, and Chubbs. So vote in the thread. That should be implemented around part 4. And that is that.